Hey you guys, thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to Red Couch Devotionals. Today we've got a friend of mine, his name's Cody Cordle. He went to high school with me, and I really feel like God's laid an awesome message on his heart. Like he's just kind of got to tell me about it a little bit, and hope you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, Cody Cordle.
Today I want to talk about identity. Identity is something that I've recently been reading and studying and kind of praying on, and I've got some pretty cool stuff out of my study on it. I want to start with where I started with this. A group of college kids went out and did like a social experiment, a study kind of thing, and they went downtown to the streets or to the city or whatever. And they asked people, just randomly, people walking and people in stores and stuff, what is identity? And the interesting fact is that the people gave the definition of image, which is not shocking to me because we're very visual people. Obviously, image and identity is two completely different things, but it's not shocking to me because we have a visual society. For example, 9 times out of 10, you would rather watch sports than listen to it on the radio because you can visually see it. You can visually see what's going on. We're very visual people. And one guy even broke it down. He was like, that taxi driver over there, he's in a taxi and he has a taxi uniform on, so he's a taxi driver. That's his identity. And what our society sees now is that's a taxi driver because of what he's wearing. And oftentimes we do that even when it comes to the deep issues too. You know, we want to fit in. That's what our society says. You know, my image from off the society, my image is what I look like. You know, or my identity is what I look like. So I want to look like I have it together, even though I don't. Even though me and my wife got in a big argument last night. Even though that I lost my job, I have no way to pay the bill. I don't know how I got to this point in my life, but I want to look like I got it all together because that's what people see. And if I look like it, they think I am. Well, what you see is I look like I have it together, but do I really? What happened? See, what happened was I was hiding behind my image, and my identity wasn't coming out. You know, I was trying to fit in. I was trying to, look the part, but it's not who I am. So there's a conflict there. I'm hurting, and you can see I got scars. I'm cut up, and I'm hurting. But my image was saying that I'm okay, and people thought I was okay, and people thought, hey, Cody's got it together. People thought, hey, look at him. We don't have to worry about him. But I'm hiding my identity behind my image. And that's not the case. God only makes one you. And God said that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And we are made in His image, which is a perfect image. So I don't care what people say. I don't care what people tell you. Don't let your surroundings pull you down. A ship doesn't sink because of the water around it. A ship sinks because the water gets in it. So don't let the people around you pull you down. Keep afloat. Keep your eyes on the prize, as they say. I want to go to Isaiah 10:27. Said, "And it shall come to pass that his burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing." What's going on in our society is our image is a burden. Trying to look the part becomes a burden. It becomes a little harder to get up each and every day to try to hide all these cuts. It becomes harder to hide my marriage isn't good. It becomes harder my finances isn't where it should be. It becomes harder. I'm addicted. It becomes harder to hide things because our image becomes a burden. But Isaiah said that our burden, can be lifted off of our shoulders. This shirt was on my shoulders. Your image or what you look like is literally on your shoulders. Our burden can be lifted off of our shoulders if we let Him. What's your yoke? That's what the question is. What's your yoke? What's your plow hooked to? Is it getting up every day and hiding all these scars and hiding what's really going on, trying to paint a pretty picture, but not showing people the mess and not giving God a mess? Because a lot of times we don't give God everything. We say, God, you can have this. Yeah, God, you can have that. I don't care. And it's kind of like a hand-me-down. Yeah, you can have that shirt. I don't even wear it anymore. But that's not how it should be with God. You're all in, or you're not in it at all. God doesn't want to be a co-pilot. He wants to be the pilot. I know you heard that. And I know you heard it. Being a Christian is not like Burger King. You can't have it your way. It's an all in or all out. And so our yoke, what's your yoke? What is holding you back? What are you hiding? These are things that you got to address with God. Come before Him, say, God, I give you this, and I give you that. I give you this addiction. I give you these thoughts. I give you this. And my Pastor Lawrence Hayes, he got a video. Check it out. It's talked about voices. But Pastor Lawrence Hayes once said that salvation is free, but anointing will cost you something. What are you willing to pay for it? Are you willing to show these things to God? Are you willing to maybe, you need help with this? Nobody's going to say that, because we all need help. We're all hiding something. We all get it. You're not alone. I promise you. The devil wants you to think that you're alone, but you're not alone. I promise you. Probably the person you talked to just now, before clicking on this video, or that text message that you just got, I bet that person hiding probably something similar that you're hiding. Talk and communicate. And I promise you, lack of communication is killing our society. Our image of covering these things up, pretty soon you're not going to be able to cover them up. And pretty soon it's going to consume you before you can consume it. So give it to God. And just like this verse said, that the yoke from off thy neck, and because of the anointing, it will be destroyed. And once something destroyed, you can't put it back together. Be who you are, and be proud of it. Be a proud Christian. Stand up for what's right. Believe what you believe in, and don't hide behind what the world said that you should.